sample under the microscope, and we've got a couple of amoeba in this sample also that I'm pointing out with the arrows. And what's happening here is this.
Scientists discovered something unknown living inside you. It's called an obelisk, not a virus, not bacteria, not anything we've seen before. They have no idea what it's doing. Here are 10 receipts. Chapter 1. The Discovery. In January 2024, Ivan Geludev analyzed genetic data at Stanford with Andrew Fire. They ran software through 5.4 million datasets. They found something wildly weird, nearly 30,000 distinct types of circular RNA molecules that didn't fit any category. Not viruses, not viroids, not living organisms. They named them obelisks because their RNA structures fold into rod-like shapes. These have been inside us for all of human history. Chapter 2. What makes them weird? Obelisks are circular RNA molecules about 1,000 nucleotide bases long. They're not viruses because they lack protein coats. They're not viroids either. Viroids don't encode proteins. Obelisks do. They encode a major protein called oblin. Oblin proteins have no evolutionary resemblance to any known protein on Earth. Scientists don't know where to put obelisks on the tree of life. They exist in their own phylogenetic group, isolated. It's like discovering a new color that doesn't fit the spectrum. Chapter 3. Where they live. Obelisks don't live in your cells. They live inside bacteria in your microbiome. Passengers inside passengers. When scientists analyzed 472 people, they found obelisks in 50% of oral samples. That's half the bacteria in your mouth carrying these entities. But in gut samples, prevalence dropped to 7%. Nobody knows why. One confirmed host is Streptococcus sanguinis, a common mouth bacteria. Here's the creepy part. These persist. In at least one individual, obelisks were detected for over 300 days. They're not passing through. They're residents. Chapter 4. How many you have. If you're among the 50% with oral obelisks, you likely have billions. Your mouth contains 20 billion bacteria. Half could be carrying obelisks. Each bacterial cell could contain multiple obelisk RNA circles. Scientists identified 29,959 distinct obelisk types. You could be carrying dozens or hundreds of different types. Billions of mysterious RNA entities in your mouth right now. They went unnoticed until a Stanford team ran the right algorithms. If you're finding this interesting, consider subscribing. I drop videos like this regularly. Anyway, back to it. Chapter 5. Why we missed them. Obelisks were hiding in plain sight. The data existed for years in published genetic sequences, but nobody had the tools to see them. Traditional methods weren't looking for circular RNA elements in this size range. They're too small for traditional microscopy. They don't have protein coats to stain or visualize. When scientists searched databases, obelisks didn't match viral or viroid signatures. They were classified as noise or junk RNA. It required metatranscriptomics. That's RNA sequencing from complex communities, a technology that became available in the 2010s. Ivan Geludev and Andrew Fire built custom algorithms to find circular RNA patterns. It took a Nobel Prize winners team to spot what everyone missed. Chapter 6. What they might be doing. The most honest thing scientists can say is, we have no idea. Obelisks encode oblin proteins. Oblin 1 appears to have RNA binding capability, but what it does with that ability is unknown. The bacteria don't need obelisks to survive. Streptococcus sanguinis grows normally, with or without them. They could be parasites, using bacteria as replication machinery, or symbionts, providing benefits we haven't identified, or neutral passengers. Obelisks contain hammerhead ribozymes, self-cleaving RNA structures. That suggests they have mechanisms for self-replication, but the complete life cycle is unknown. That's what makes it fascinating. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying this, subscribing really helps out. Now, where were we? Chapter 7. Are they dangerous? The short answer is, we don't know. You've been living with these your entire life. If they were killing you, you'd know by now. Obelisks have been found in 50% of people's oral microbiomes with no illness. 3 scenarios. Scenario 1. Harmful. They might alter bacterial gene expression or shift microbiome balance. Scenario 2, beneficial. They might provide protection against viral infections or enhance bacterial communication. Scenario 3. Neutral. Genetic hitchhikers that neither help nor harm, maintained because they can replicate. Scientists are investigating correlations with diseases and tracking individuals over time. The honest answer is, we don't know yet. That's the truth. Chapter 8. Other unknown entities inside us. Obelisks aren't the only mysterious entities living in your body. You're an entire ecosystem. We're still cataloging what lives there. Consider virophages, viruses that infect other viruses. Scientists have identified 44,221 virophage sequences globally. Parasites of parasites, or giant viruses. Enormous viruses with genomes as complex as bacteria, 1 micrometer in size. They were missed until 2003 because they were too big. Then there's archaea, the third domain of life, separate from bacteria and eukaryotes. They live in your gut producing methane. And bacteriophages, viruses that infect bacteria, the most abundant biological entities on Earth. Trillions living in your gut and on your skin. Your mouth, gut, and skin are ecosystems with layers. Human cells, bacterial cells, archaea, viruses, virophages, obelisks, and entities we haven't discovered. Discovery is accelerating. Chapter 9. What scientists are testing now. Research on obelisks began in 2024. It's expected to take years for answers. Scientists are investigating multiple questions. What bacterial species host obelisks? So far, Streptococcus sanguinis is confirmed. How do obelisks replicate? Laboratory studies are examining the replication cycle. The hammerhead ribozymes suggest self-splicing mechanisms. What do oblin proteins do? Scientists are conducting protein structure analysis. Oblin 1 has RNA binding capability, but what it binds to is undetermined. Are obelisks associated with diseases? Studies are correlating obelisk presence with inflammatory bowel disease, dental diseases, metabolic conditions. Do obelisks affect bacterial behavior? Laboratory experiments are comparing bacteria with and without obelisks. And recently obelisks were found widespread in the ocean. Arctic, Antarctic, beneath the Ross Ice Shelf, all ocean zones. They're not just human passengers. They're global. Every experiment reveals something nobody has known before. We're starting from zero. Chapter 10. The Implications. The discovery of obelisks isn't about finding something new. It's about realizing how little we know. Despite all medical advances, fundamental biology is still being discovered in the most studied organism on Earth, us. We thought we understood the human microbiome, bacteria, viruses, fungi. But the microbiome has its own microbiome. Entities inside bacteria inside humans. Obelisks challenge the definition of life itself. They're not quite alive by traditional definitions. Not quite non-living. They exist on a spectrum. Living versus non-living might not be binary. They support the RNA world hypothesis. The idea that early life was RNA-based before DNA evolved. Obelisks are RNA-only entities that encode proteins and self-replicate. They could be molecular fossils. The discovery highlights the power of technology. It required advanced computational algorithms to find obelisks. As tools improve, we'll reveal more. Discovery is accelerating. This has implications for medicine. Microbiome-based treatments are being developed. Probiotics, fecal transplants, targeted antibiotics. But if we don't know obelisks exist, how can we optimize interventions? We might be affecting unknown players with every treatment. Here's what keeps scientists up at night. Obelisks are widespread, present in half of humanity's oral microbiomes, billions in every affected person. We found them in 2024, not because they're rare, but because we developed the tools to see them. If something this abundant could go unnoticed until now, what else are we missing? What other passengers are along for the ride? The discovery of obelisks isn't an endpoint, it's a beginning. A reminder that we are not individuals but ecosystems, not fully known but perpetually surprising. You think you know what you're made of. You're an entire universe of mysteries. Welcome to the age of the obelisks, where the most fascinating frontier isn't outer space. It's the space inside you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. See you.